recap of the Bears' very disappointing 30-16 loss to the Baltimore Ravens Sunday afternoon in Baltimore, Maryland. I'm David Kaplan. It's brought to you by our great partners at Chicagoland and Northwest Indiana Chevy dealers. They are the official truck partners of the Chicago Bears. And Studio 41 Home Design Showroom, 13 locations, studio41.com. Folks, we got to have a hard discussion here because Caleb was not great today. Wasn't horrible. He wasn't great today. At some point, he's got to play like the guy who went number one in the draft. He's been okay. He hadn't been awful, but he absolutely has to be better. Threw a huge interception today. That was probably the key play in this game. We'll get to that in just a moment. But the other thing that we have to discuss, and let me just say first, I love our coach. I'm a big fan of Ben Johnson. But at some point, I don't want to hear anymore, well, we got to clean up the pre-snap penalties, and we can't make all these penalties. You had 11 penalties today. The Bears came into the game today, number 2 in the NFL in most penalties. And guess what? 11 of them today. Start benching guys. Cut somebody. Do something because this cannot continue. Big play in the second quarter. They ended up getting points out of it. Torrey Taylor, 59-yard rocket, rolls dead at the 1-yard line. Oh, wait a minute. There's yellow laundry on the field. Illegal formation on the kicking team. 5-yard penalty, replay the down. And guess what? All of a sudden, now they get the ball at the 20. They end up taking it down the field, and they get a field goal. That stuff has to get cleaned up because you're not freaking good enough to be able to have all these penalties keep short-circuiting what you do. We saw Joe Tooney with a false start. We had another false start on Colston Loveland, who I thought was okay today in the number 1 tight end role, but too sloppy. I didn't think the defense was great. I did not. Again, I understand Kyler Gordon's out and Jalen Johnson's out and you're banged up. I get all that. You got to be better. You've got to be better, and you've got to clean up the sloppiness, and then your quarterback has to play better. Because, let me ask you a question. We can call this the Ankin Law question of the day. What are the Bears if they're not taking the football away? Every team is good when they get takeaways. The Bears got 0 of them today. What are they if they're not taking the ball away? You made Tyler Snoop Huntley look like a Pro Bowler. His numbers weren't eye-popping, but guess what? When he had to make a big throw in a big spot, he did. And I'm seeing people on social, well, that was a push-off on DeAndre Hopkins. Yeah, I think Gene Steratore said that as well. But guess what? You're not going to get every call. Don't put yourself in that position. And your quarterback has to freaking play better. He does. And I'm not seeing him play like a guy who went number 1 in the draft. He's playing okay, mediocre, fine, not great. And that is one of the biggest problems holding this team back. That and all of the sloppiness. Our apt player of the game, I mean, folks, who would you give player of the game to? I'd love to give it to Roma Dunze, career-high 7 catches, 114 yards. They lost. I can't. Tyler Huntley, you are the apt player of the game. 17 for 22 for 186, a touchdown, no pick, sacked twice. He also ran the football 8 times for 53 yards. One of them, the seas parted. Right up the freaking middle. Yeah, not good at all by the defense. And then they ran the ball really effectively. Derrick Henry, 21 for 71. Huntley, as I mentioned, Mitchell, 4 for 43. And Derrick Henry, 2 rushing touchdowns. And then Caleb threw a terrible interception, trying to fit it in to Rome with 2 guys draped all over him. He had no chance to complete that pass. No chance. And some of the 285 yards for Caleb Williams came in garbage time. Let's just be fair here. Zay Flowers, 7 catches. The defense did not have a very, very good day. So our player of the game, Abt Player of the game, there's your promo code REKAP25. is Tyler Snoop Huntley. By the way, at Abt, shop for Bosch. They've got refrigerators and dishwashers and a whole lot more. Abt, pleasing people since 1936. Now, I also want to talk about what's coming up around the corner because you're going to play a Bengals team that's going to be wounded. They just blew a game today to the New York Jets. The Jets had a 2.9% win percentage, down 30, I believe, 8-24. And here come the Jets and Justin Fields. They find a way to win a football game. That Bengals team, they can put points up. If you don't do a better job defensively, get more pressure, you're going to come home with another L. Clean up the bad play. Play of the game, it was a crusher of an INT and it led to a Ravens touchdown. Came after yet another penalty, and then they're pinned all the way back. Caleb's trying to make a play. I understand that. And he threw a terrible, terrible interception. A few plays later, they're hitting their head on the goalpost, and you are down and out in Baltimore. Our Chevy drive, that is our Dr. Pepper play of the game, by the way. The Chevy drive of the game, 9 plays, 66 yards, took 257. Derrick Henry's second TD. That effectively ended your day. That one for sure. Put the nail in the coffin. See you later. Thanks for coming. Again, look, I get so excited like all of you to watch these games. And when I see this sloppy-ass play week after week, and you don't get 3 takeaways. We talked about this on the last recap. We talked about it all week. Radio, here, wherever. It's unsustainable. That is an unsustainable model. And guess what? It reared its ugly head today. That's why you're staring at a loss in Baltimore. Let's take a look at the box score. We'll go inside the numbers, brought to you by Sinus and Snoring MD.com. They cured my snoring problem. They could do the same for you. Sinus and Snoring MD.com. Look at the numbers and tell me what you see. There's a whole bunch of numbers right there. I'll throw these to you as well. Caleb, 25 of 38 for 285, no touchdowns. Rushing, Bears, 23 carries for 96 yards. Ravens, the Ravens ran 35 times for 5.1 yards per carry. That's 177 yards. Unacceptable. Unfreaking acceptable. I know Derrick Henry's a good player. Unacceptable that you keep getting beat in the way that they got beat today. If you told me they lost to the Chiefs, the Bills, okay. That Ravens team, eminently beatable. And you let Tyler Huntley beat you. You let him have time, make throws. Not good at all. 4 seasons, heating, air conditioning, plumbing, electric, stat of the day. I'm going to harp on it one more time. 11 freaking penalties. 11. They'll probably be the most penalized team in the NFL when today's action and this week's action ends. They came in number 2. I would find it hard to believe that someone out there would keep putting up 8, 9, 11 penalties. But guess what? As the head coach, you know where it falls? Right at your feet. You better do something to fix it. Better do something. Richard Hightower, you better have your guys in there so that when you get a punt to the 1-yard line, that illegal formation gets cleaned up, because in the end, it falls at your desk. Those are your freaking guys. I think that's all I've got for you, folks. Pissed off that we lost. Didn't like what I saw. Did like what I saw from Rome. Thought he had a really good game, but too many mistakes. In the end, no takeaways. 2 field goals on the first drive. Oh, and one other thing. Hey, Cairo, your bus might be boarding. You got to be able to make a 58-yard kick. I've been backing you because you're very, very reliable. You're accurate. You were 3 of 4. Dude, you were like 3 or 4 yards short on that kick. I don't know if Jake Moody's the answer to the question, but I'm starting to believe you're not. Have a great rest of your day. Take that.